What's up, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of Future Dubs. Working title. I like it. It makes sense on multiple levels. You don't know that yet, but let me explain what it is, and then you can roast me later if you don't like the name. Future Dubs. If you guys know anything about my Twitch channel, I live off of lists. Whether it's random backlog games that we randomized and play on the stream, or it's new games, or I don't choose my games choose me. All right. But that being said, one thing I think I can do better is I can communicate what's coming up. What are we looking at? What's exciting? What's on my list? What's not on my list? So I came up with this idea called Future Dubs. It's not terribly unique, but it is personalized to me. And if you guys know me and you guys know what I'm streaming and what I'm into, you could find it useful. And it might shed some light on some games coming up for you. Here's how it's going to work. Once a month, I'm going to record these videos. Typically they'll be at the beginning of the month. January is, I know, halfway over, but there's some bangers coming out. So we thought, well, let's do the trial run now. Let's get it out there. So the purpose of these lists is to show you what's coming out over that calendar month. All right. So I have two separate lists that I'm going to show on each video. The first one is the games that I plan on playing on stream that I'm going to try to prioritize. Now, I'm going to do my best, but like most things, this could be subject to change. So the first list is going to show the games that I plan on focusing on my Twitch stream. By the way, that's twitch.tv/CW719. If you've never been, check it out. I like to think that we have a good time there, and I've got an amazing community that I can't wait for you to meet. The second list are games that I think look cool, games that I think are interesting. They're also going to be games that most people maybe have heard of, but I'm going to also, I try to be really thorough in searching for games. So there may be some hidden gems there, some games that you don't know are on the horizon, something that might pique your interest. So they're not going to be incredibly long videos, but we're going to show the trailer. We're going to talk a little bit about what's interesting about it to me, what I'm excited about. We're going to talk about the release dates and things like that. I'll try to keep the main crux of it, like each list in order of release dates, but these are not intended to be all-inclusive lists. You're not going to see, this is not going to have every release date confirmed for the month. It's just, there are games that just don't interest me. This is tied specifically to my stream and my community. As I get to know my community, I get to know what their likes are. That's when I'll start pulling games as well and continuing to flesh this thing out. So, I don't think I have too much else about how this thing works. I guess without further ado, here's January. Again, I know it's halfway through the month, but the fact is we don't have a January release that's come out yet. So this is still completely valid. So, here we go. Let me know what you think. Our first game of the month and 2022 is Nobody Saves the World, releasing on January 18th. Coming from Drinkbox Studios, the developers of Guacamelee and Severed, two games you should definitely check out if you haven't yet, we, the players, are put into the shoes of a nobody. Thankfully, this nobody does have an interesting ability that allows them to transform into different forms, each with their own unique gameplay mechanics. It even goes a step further in allowing you to mix and match your abilities. Presented with a colorful, vibrant art style, a great sense of humor, and quests and missions tied to not only other characters, but other forms as well, this action RPG seems to bring something new to the table and looks like a genuinely fun time. The game is launching with online co-op with crossplay and cross-save support. As an added bonus, it is also launching on Game Pass. If you're not a Game Pass subscriber, you'll be able to pick this game up on Xbox Series consoles, Xbox One, Windows 10, and Steam for $24.99. RPGolf Legends, or RPGolf Legends, or RPGolf Legends. I don't know how to say what it is. But this game snuck up on me a bit, and I'm going to go into the release hoping for the best. First things first, this is a Kemco game. For anyone who's been paying attention, you'll know that Kemco has been churning out JRPGs at a crazy clip. These games feel like cut and paste versions of the ones that came before, and they haven't impressed me much at first glance. Admittedly, I've never sat down with any, so I'm talking out of turn here. The reason, though, is because even the trailers seem to lack any real identity or soul. For once, I see something more in the RPGolf Legends trailer, where an evil force has sealed all the golf holes in the world. Now you and your golf club spirit friend must embark on a fantastic action golfing adventure to save golf. Featuring 54 holes to play in 6 different environments, a unique class system, dungeons, golf puzzles, and an open world full of quests, this might be the first Kemco title I fall in love with. Or not. We'll see. I have been a fan of the Serious Sam series for years. It is an action-packed, off-the-wall FPS bullet hell with good humor, crazy enemies, and tons of secrets. I know it's not perfect, but what's not to love? Admittedly, I didn't think the most recent release in the series, Serious Sam 4, was that great. And I'd even go so far as to say it was comfortably positioned as my least favorite entry in the entire series. I am, however, a sucker for Serious Sam Stone and his crazy adventures, and I'm still excited about this new entry. Serious Sam Siberian Mayhem is a standalone expansion and is the first game developed by Time Lock Studio, who is working alongside the original developer's Crow team. So there you have it, guys. Those are the 3 games that I plan on trying to focus on before the end of this month, but that's not all that's releasing. These other games that I'm going to show off here in a second, they might make it on the channel, they might not. It comes down to timing, but I did want to show them off because I think that they're important releases, games that I think might be kind of interesting, games that I hope you might find interesting. I'll give a little detail on each one of them, and then we'll show the trailers for those as well. First one is Leap. I literally didn't even know what this game was until earlier today. We got a kind of a fast first-person shooter, team-based aerial firefight, up to like 60 players going against each other. Full release of the game is actually expected in February, but it's a good thing you're listening to this on January 19th. If this sounds like it's up your alley and you want to try to get into the closed beta, that's your ticket. You can get in, play it on the 19th. Go to playleap.com. And sign up for the beta. Hopefully you get in. Hopefully you get a new FPS to try out. So that's Leap. Hidden Deep, survival thriller set below the bottom of the sea in an abandoned research facility. That one's coming to early access on January 24th, 2021. Looks kind of creepy. Looks bloody. Looks gross. It's got some interesting things it's bringing to the table. So check out the trailer for that as well. Circuit Superstars. This game actually is already out on Steam Early Access. It's available on Xbox. It is coming to PlayStation 4 on January 27th. That's why it is a part of this list. And there is also a Switch release planned for sometime in the future. No date yet. And then obviously we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about Pokemon Legends Arceus. That one is coming out. I hope I'm saying Arceus right. I'm not a big Pokemon fan. That's why it's not on my list of priority games. But obviously, it's the biggest release of the month. It's the biggest one of the year. I mean, it's January, not hard to beat. But if you guys are into Pokemon, January 28th, you guys finally got your open world Pokemon game. Cool? Let's run these trailers. You guys can check out what these are, and we'll circle back at the end.
In the remote region of Thunder Valley lies a cybernetic-enhanced male known as the Leap Mercenary. Typically a violent and unruly species, lacking any sense of self-awareness. They are usually seen causing destruction everywhere they go. They seem to have an unquenchable hunger for obtaining money. Not to mention, they're the only known species that kills for entertainment. We catch a rare glimpse of this mercenary in a solitary state. Perhaps just this once. This mercenary appears to have connected with nature. Or not.
So there's January. That's what I'm looking forward to. Let me know if you guys thought that there was games that I might have missed, or maybe one of these games were not on your radar and now it is. That'd be awesome. I'd love to get some sort of feedback on this. We will see you next month, earlier than halfway through. We'll try to have it out on the 1st, which February is looking to be like a pretty epic month. So I'm gonna have to get started on that sooner rather than later to have something ready for the 1st. So if you enjoyed this, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment, do all that good stuff, engage with it, and check out my other stuff. I'm also going to be doing some video reviews for any new 2022 games that I do finish on stream. The first one, we did a trial run with Halo Infinite, which you can find on my channel. And if you want to see me play this stuff live, head on over to twitch.tv/CW719. All right, guys? Have a good rest of January. We'll see you in February.